I knew it was a problem when I caught my reflection in a gas station door and I looked like I was trying to hide a secret. Seatbelt locked, sweat starting, that gun digging into my ribs, and I'm doing the dumb little shift and tug in public like a rookie. That's not a comfort issue. That's a carry failure. Because if you won't keep it on you through an ordinary day, you sure don't trust it when the day stops being ordinary. So I ran 7 handguns through one rule. If it made me adjust, swap, or take it off midday, it got dumped. I didn't baby them. Same belt, same carry spots, same errands, same range habits, and one of these straight up betrayed me. It felt like the easy winner early. Then it turned into the gun I wanted off my body before lunch. This isn't which one is nice. This is which one survived. 6 didn't. 1 stayed. I carried the PX4 on a quick errand run. T-shirt, jeans, same belt, same holster spot. I walked out thinking it was already approved. It wasn't. I hit the first aisle with a basket and the PX4 started showing up every time I moved. I bent to grab something low and it shoved back into my side. I reached up for a box and the grip tried to print, so my hand went to my shirt on instinct. I read labels twice just to get a second to settle it again. Nothing was broken. I was just managing it. Checkout finished it. Standing still made it worse. I shifted my feet, tried to relax, and it kept nagging. I did that half step back, like I was letting somebody pass, just to buy a second to adjust without looking guilty. That's when trust dropped. I shot it after, hoping it would earn its way back. It ran smooth enough to make excuses feel smart. Then I carried the Glock 48 MOS, and my hand stayed off my shirt. The PX4 felt more livable than the Cisa Shadow 2 carry, but it still didn't disappear. It shot easy. It carried loud. And I didn't like how fast I started counting minutes. I carried the Glock 48 MOS all day like it wasn't even there. That's the kind of confidence that makes you lazy. It felt like the safe choice, the one I don't even have to think about. That's what set the trap. The whole day went by clean. No drama, no moments where I had to check myself. I got home, kicked my shoes off, and I almost left it at that. But I didn't. I did what I always do when a gun starts feeling too normal. I ran a few slow reps in the house, nothing tactical, just enough to confirm it's still what I think it is. And right there in the quiet, one small thing kept showing up. Not loud, not obvious, just the same little every few presses. The kind of detail that doesn't hurt you, it disappoints you. Because the 48 had me trusting it without thinking. And then it reminded me it's still a machine, still a choice. I tried to ignore it. I did a couple of more reps hoping it would go away. It didn't. It stayed consistent enough to plant doubt. The PX4 made me manage it in public. The 48 didn't. The 48 made me complacent. And that quiet letdown at home hit harder because I didn't see it coming. Next gun didn't let me get lazy. It punished small mistakes fast. A few weeks ago, my old friend called me out to his farm because he was bored. I showed up half awake, thinking it was going to be a dumb afternoon and nothing more. I brought the Ruger RXM because I didn't expect anything from it. We're standing by a fence line, talking over each other, wine-kicking dust around, and I'm doing everything wrong on purpose. One-handed shots because I'm pointing at a target with my other hand. Reload half done because I'm still mid-sentence. I slap the mag in sloppy, rack it like I'm mad at it, and press out with a grip I would never use if I was taking it seriously. And it just kept going. No pause, no weird surprise, no little moment where I had to stop and look at it. My buddy laughs and says something like, "You gonna aim today?" And I realized my favorite part of that whole afternoon wasn't the hits. It was the silence. The gun didn't demand anything from me. I did. That's why it worked. I didn't fall in love with it. I trusted it by accident. And that scared me a little, because I've carried guns that needed attention. This one didn't. I had it sitting on the dresser that morning like it was already decided. Spare mag next to it, belt laid out, holster ready. I even told myself out loud, carry it today, like saying it made it true. I got dressed, grabbed my keys, and did that last 10-second check at the front door. Phone, wallet, knife. Then I picked up the Shadow 2 carry. and I froze. In my hand, it didn't feel like a pistol. It felt like a commitment. Not pain, not it prints, just weight that made me think about every chair I'd sit in and every stop I'd make. I clipped it on anyway, took 2 steps, then stopped and unclipped it like I caught myself lying. I set it back down and grabbed the other gun without even looking at it. No argument, no debate. My hand just chose easy. That's what bothered me. How natural it was to leave the best one at home. Later I shot it anyway, almost out of guilt. First, mag in, and it felt ridiculous in the best way. Smooth, steady, like it wanted to embarrass everything else I owned. Then I remembered the front door moment. The truth wasn't about performance, it was about life. Next one surprised me in the opposite direction. It didn't ask for commitment, it showed up ready. I had the Masada Slim on me most of the day, and it was doing that dangerous thing a carry gun can do. It was making me forget it existed. No drama, no constant checking. I got home thinking, all right, this one's close. Later, a buddy came by, and the pistol ended up on the table while we talked, the way it does when you actually trust what you're carrying. He picked up the Masada Slim, cleared it, and started doing slow presses. Not showing off, just feeling it. At first he nodded like he approved. Then he stopped, looked at me, and set it flat. Man, that trigger's not as clean as it feels at first. I did what I always do. I brushed it off like it was nothing, because when a gun has been behaving all day, you don't want a tiny comment ruining the honeymoon. Then I took it back and did the same slow presses, and I felt it. Not a bad trigger, not a scary trigger, just a trigger that starts out nicer than it finishes. The wall wasn't as crisp as my brain wanted it to be, and once I noticed it, it stayed in my finger. That's why it was almost perfect. Carry-wise, it had me ready to crown it. Then that one small deal breaker moved in and refused to leave. I carried the Hellcat Pro all day and treated it like a tool when I got home. I didn't wipe it down. I didn't baby it. I set it down, washed my hands, and went on with my night. Later, I went to run it, and it gave me that one ugly reminder that made my confidence drop instantly. The slide didn't fully return like it should. Not a blow-up, not a panic, just that half-second pause where everything feels wrong and you stop pretending you're fine. I cleared this Hellcat Pro, tried again, and it did it one more time. Same feeling, same message. So I stopped being stubborn and did what it was demanding the whole time. I popped it open right there, wiped the grime off what was dragging, put a touch of oil where it wanted it, and quit acting like neglect is testing. Then I ran it again. It ran. That was the moment it earned trust from me. Not because it was perfect, because it forced me to be honest about what I was doing. It didn't want worship, it wanted basic respect, give it that, and it stayed consistent. It landed almost high. It fought me first. I met it halfway, then it stopped fighting. It's going to sound stupid, but the gun I ended up carrying the most wasn't the best one. It was the one that kept ending up on me when I wasn't planning a carry day. One evening, I stepped out back because the dog was losing his mind near the fence. No shoes, phone in hand, half paying attention. I grabbed the TX22 off the counter on the way out the door like it was a set of keys. That's the whole point. I didn't gear up, I didn't debate. I just had a gun in my hand before my brain even finished waking up. That's why it won my real-life carry argument. Not because it's a flex, not because it's a fight gun, because it's the one I actually reach for when life got normal and slightly stupid. The light recoil meant I didn't dread it. The cheap ammo meant it stayed used. The whole thing stayed easy enough that I didn't find excuses to leave it behind, and yeah, that makes people mad because it's not a 9mm hero story. But the uncomfortable truth is this: a gun that's perfect on paper and sits in the safe is useless. A gun that's on you when you step outside is at least honest. And I still don't love what it says about me that this ended up being the one I grabbed without thinking. That has been the carry test. Not what shoots nice, what stays on you when the day turns annoying. Did it hide without drama? Did it stop bullying your body? Did the capacity trade feel worth it? And did it keep your confidence after real carry time and real rounds? If I had to carry one, I have kept coming back to the one that stayed on me the longest without me fighting it. It didn't win because it impressed me. It won because it stopped giving me reasons to quit on it. And that's the part people hate hearing. But I'm not calling it perfect. I still don't fully trust one piece of the equation. And that's why a second option has still sat in the safe like a quiet backup plan. Tell me what you actually carry and which gun you dumped halfway through the day. I'm Steve.